Hey everyone, welcome to another class with Cherry and Top Crafts. I'm Rachel,
And I'm Jessica.
and we have a fun class planned for you today.
Yes, we're doing mixed media embossing folders. I don't often see mixed media combined with embossing folders.
I don't either.
Yeah,
Ever.
but there's so many things that you can do with it.
Possibilities are endless.
Here's just a few we're playing with. We're going to be doing watercolor, some pigment powders, embossing, waxes. Yeah, we've got a fun class planned for you guys. All that we're going to be putting some of these materials inside of the embossing folders before we send them through. This works great with any water-based medium. So yeah, you can just clean them afterwards, so you don't have to worry about ruining your embossing folders.
Yep. We have a tub of water right here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
so if you see us just dipping our hands in,
also we might spill
coming out
this,
wet.
So we'll see how
we're trying
goes.
it out. Alrighty.
Okay.
So
Excited.
First technique I wanted to start with, I think it's one of the more fun ones. Here's some examples I did before, but using some pigment powder in the embossing folder.
I really like this one.
Yeah, so pick out your first embossing folder you want to use.
I think I want to use these like flowery.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the broken one.
It still works though. Yeah, that one got a little, I don't know what happened.
A little bit broken.
But it still works. You just gotta line it up right.
Okay.
So here, I'm starting with this.
Hi, Rose, Rana, Bonnie.
Yeah, let us know if you've tried mixed media with your embossing folders, or what kind of mediums you've tried.
Have you ever tried this?
Yeah.
Putting things in here, not just paper.
Okay, so I'm starting with just the embossing folder, opening it up, and I'm going to sprinkle, this is some color sparks. You can use any water-based pigment powder on it though. You only need a couple drops.
Tanya, yes, you'll be able to watch this later if you can't make it right now live. You can watch the replay on Facebook. Also, we post it to YouTube later. So if you can't catch it right now. I'm gonna use, what is this, Wisteria?
All of these pigment powders, especially these Color Sparks ones, I'm more familiar with the Color Sparks one. They're so fun.
Yeah.
Like, you just spray them and it's like instant magic.
Oh, Janelle, she's tried ink pads.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a fun one.
Rose, I've not tried that in basic and tried plain flat paper. Yeah, well, that's what the go-to is, just paper. Because that's all we really see example-wise. So, might as well try something else.
Yeah. So you just sprinkle it on a little bit, and then the magic really comes when you squirt some water on it. If you don't have a squirt bottle, you can also just use a paintbrush, get it wet, and swirl around your paint a little bit.
How many colors are you using?
Just 2. You can go for as many as you want, though.
Terra Verde.
Maybe I'll add a tiny bit of this purple. And these do make a bit of a mess, so
we're always making a mess. Yes. Ooh. Oh, in the water.
In the water.
I knew this was going to be dangerous. Oh, it's just a matter of time before we spill something.
Yep.
But at least it will spill like down on us instead of on our projects.
Yeah, and hopefully just like legs and lower, not just like, I don't know. Okay, so after I've got it still all wet like this, I'm going to put in my paper and send it through our die cutting machine. I'm using the Sizzix Big Shot Express, so it is motorized, which is kind of nice. You don't have to use the crank.
You can see us cranking. Rose says, it's not messy. If it's not messy, it's not creative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that too.
We'll even be doing like a clean craft
A clean
and a clean-ish craft, and
Clean-ish.
we'll still end up making it messy.
Yeah. Okay. Which way did you put this down? The paper.
Either way. Depends if you want
This
the
is
more
kinda more
textured
textured.
layer
I don't
or
know.
not. But here we go. It's still very wet.
Ooh.
You don't want to overspray because it also pushes out any liquid when you're sending it through your die cutting machine.
Mine looks very wet. Should I dab it first?
You can. You don't want to dab out the color though. I mean, it's not that bad. You just get like a few drips around your die cutting machine that you just have to wipe up.
Okay. I think this is ready.
Alrighty.
Already getting messy.
Yep.
Look at my paper towel. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah. Look at my whole area, isn't
Yeah.
it? Isn't it pretty?
Messy. Janelle said she loves those colors.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. I think I use the same ones, so we'll see how mine turns out.
Oh, don't need that one.
Can you hear
It's
it?
the cutting,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a cutting. The pigment powders that we are using are
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, that's cool.
These are the Ken Oliver from the Crafters Workshop. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Color Sparks powders.
Yeah, they're very
give you an up
pigmented
close.
and very cool.
You basically you sprinkle it on and then you spray it with water, or you can use a paintbrush too. Spray is like gives it such a cool effect.
I also tried this Pixie Sparkles from Cosmic Shimmer, and it does the same thing. It just has a little sparkle in it, so that also works really cool for this.
I love how I have some darker areas along the edge. It's
it's
really
a little
wet.
unpredictable.
Yeah.
But it's very cool. I also noticed
like
like it gets really dark where it's really imprinted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. This would make a great base for a card.
Yeah, anything really.
Stick it in a mini album, scrapbook, art journal. I might put this in my art journal. I like it.
All right, next, grabbing another one.
Which one do I want?
And there's a couple down here.
I'm gonna do
getting their bath.
I'm gonna do snowflakes.
Okay.
Since we're winter.
And then you want to grab the watercolors. And so this technique, it's very similar to the first. We will be just painting, grabbing the watercolor paint and putting it directly into the folder.
So I want to make sure my folder is down this way, right?
Either way. So
I feel like
it kind of
better.
It depends.
Right.
Let's see. So I'm going to add the paint into the grooves.
Right. So you want your grooves down.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. This is a Prima watercolor tin. Which color is this? Woodlands?
Yep.
Woodlands. So some really pretty colors in here. Get some blue.
This is great for if you want a little bit more control than the pigment powders. I mean, when you get it squeezed out through the machine, it'll still move around a little bit, but it is a lot more controlled than the pigment powders. So like for this one, this particular embossing folder that I'm using, I made it so my flowers are red, and then I'm going around with some green leaves. I'll add in some yellow, so it's just a little bit more controlled.
I'm just kind of doing certain areas.
Yeah.
So if they like blend in together, that's okay.
And really, you can be really quick with this because they are going to move around a bit. You want it to stay fairly wet. You don't want to work super dry and have it dry up before you put your paper through.
Oh, I like that blue. You can't really go wrong with this. I mean,
No, yeah. You just
add
add
a
in some
color
colors
thing.
that you like
Yeah.
and just go with it.
I tend to always go towards blue. That's just my favorite
I would be careful if you want to use like acrylic paints with this.
colors.
They tend to get stickier as they dry,
Mhm.
and you don't want to be ruining your embossing folders. But I mean, it's still possible. You just make it more watery, like really water it down,
yeah.
and try to clean it up quickly.
Right. That's why I love watercolors because
Yeah.
they're just so easy to
And so easy to clean.
and
All of these we're just putting in our little wet bath here and just drying off.
yeah. So
It doesn't need a lot
don't
of
need to scrub much. I hate scrubbing things. Yeah, it's more blue, dark blue up here. Did you break it?
I might have. I did.
Really?
So
Well, there's always something to
yeah.
happen.
Okay.
Well, we'll go get our manual then.
Yeah, we also have a hand pumper one.
But no,
Okay.
that's stuck in there.
It's in there. Okay.
That's
We'll worry
okay.
about this one later.
Yeah, we'll figure that out later. And we're just gonna get the manual. That's what happens when you're live.
Yeah.
This is real life.
Yep.
I'm just gonna paint. Well, no, you lost an embossing folder. It's stuck in there.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see yours
Yeah.
for how it turned out.
That's hilarious. I thought something would happen.
Yeah. I was wondering too when we started. I was like, I don't know. But
Okay.
we will see.
So I have all my watercolors down. I just picked like 3 shades of blue. Putting my paper in. And closing that carefully. All right.
Okay.
Send it
Let's
through.
see how it goes.
Don't break this one.
Okay. No promises.
No promises. Curious to see how it smells.
Okay.
We're just figuring out the sandwich right now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Do the reveal.
The big reveal. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Ooh.
Okay. And then let Matt fix the other one.
Okay.
And so let's see how this one turned out. Ooh.
Like
So a lot of the color kind of pools around in
Mhm.
those little divots we have here.
I like it. I'm even gonna dab off a little bit where it's wet. I like it. Like it looks snowflakey, but not like super snowflakey. Nice.
All right. Next, let's go for some. What?
Sarah says you need some Jeopardy music to play while you figure out the sandwich.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Okay, so the next time we'll just like hum a song.
Let's go for some Distress crayons and the Distress oxide. Would you rather use the Distress oxide or Distress crayons?
I'm gonna go with oxide.
These you just kind of drip and spray.
Drip and spray.
Drip and spray.
Drip and spray.
And with the, let's see, let me do the dots.
I'm gonna do these gears.
And for the crayons, you just color them in. Color around wherever your divot is in.
Easy enough.
Yep.
So now this one, I don't think it matters. Oh, this way. Oh, Tammy says I need to add glitter to my snowflake. Yes. Yeah, that'd be really cute.
Oh, we're going to be showing a technique using foil.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll do that one
That'd be
next
good,
because
too.
that works really great too. If you like need a little bit extra something.
Always need extras. So I have pine needles. So I'm just gonna kind of drop that around.
Right. You need to press the spray.
Spray.
All right. So I just drew randomly, coloring in some circles. And then I'm just going to get it wet. Just a little bit though.
And I have rustic wilderness. And I'm gonna spray. A spray bottle is so handy. Like, use it for everything. Okay. Definitely need more color. Kind of letting it drip around a little bit. Well, Jessica
Well, I'm struggling.
is shaking the whole table
Yep.
because we gotta switch to manual.
Yep. This is why I like the manual, but it's worth it in the end. All right, and there's my dots.
Ooh,
That's fun. Yeah.
I like it.
I think I might have added a little too much water over here so it spread a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if you just spray very little, it just gets the crayons so they activate, but not so they're smearing and spreading
Right.
around, which is really what you're looking for.
I'm also using Rusty Hinge. Seems appropriate for these gears.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit more water. Letting it kind of drip into the other spaces. Do you color the pokey out or the sunken inside?
We've
The
been coloring
sunken
in, yep, the
inside,
sunken
yeah.
inside.
The groove.
Because that kind of holds in your medium.
Yeah. Good question. Yeah.
You could actually also do the reverse. So if I went on the reverse side, I could make it so all around the polka dots would be colored in.
Oh,
So,
that'd be cool too.
yep.
Okay. I kind of dabbed mine a little bit with a towel to kind of spread it. And then it wouldn't be so wet. So, let's see. Get my paper on there. And this is the Distress Oxide one. Okay, you ready?
Here you go. Finish that up.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Big reveal?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, I like your little
I like
touches of
it.
your
Yeah.
rusty color.
That's fun.
Okay. So next we're going to go for foil. So there's a few different
love
ways. You can either completely cover it in foil. So this is black covered in gold foil. Or you can kind of more use the embossing folder and kind of, I don't know, it's just like tracing where it's going a little bit more. So what you need for this technique is a really light sticky glue. We are using some glossy accents, but just like really low tack glue will work for this. I like using black with foil, but you can try white or whatever.
Maybe one of us should use white.
Sure.
Should use black.
Sure. You want to do the one that completely covers it?
Yeah.
So to do this technique, you completely cover your paper with this glossy accents or any
this flower design. That
Yeah.
is pretty.
Yeah. And then let's see, what should I use? We'll maybe use the gears.
Ooh.
So-
Fun. So I put my paper down.
Oh, I just splashed myself.
And then I'm putting this.
Yeah.
And then I'm putting foil.
So you're gonna put glue all over this. You can spread it thin with a paintbrush, and then you'll apply this
That way.
to it. Yep.
Okay. I always get mixed up with foil. I'm like, what way do I put it?
Right.
I don't know.
And I'll be doing, I'm going to be adding this glue directly to the folder. So when you do this, you have to act a little bit faster so it doesn't ruin it.
Yeah.
So this is the gear one. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue.
We are not
around each gear.
responsible for any ruined embossing folders.
It's a good disclaimer.
But if you do get glue stuck on it, maybe just a nice good soak.
Yeah.
With some warm water.
Yeah,
will help
and
break
this
it up.
isn't that sticky of glue.
Yeah.
There you go. And it's not going to dry instantly either. Okay, so I didn't put the foil on yet. I'm going to send it through first.
And I'm putting my glue on with a little bit of blue watercolor that's already on this brush. That's okay.
And then I'm going to take it off. This was my gluey side. Put that right in the bath. And then I'm going to take my foil. While it's still wet, a bone folder or something to scratch would be good for this.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to use this foil. Like a copper? Rose gold? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's a rose gold.
Rose gold?
Yeah.
And I put it this way, right?
Yep.
Okay. Always do it wrong. Right.
And with this technique, if you want more of the foil on there, add more glue. You know, if you want less, add less. It's still a little unpredictable, but it's kind of fun seeing what you'll get.
Crooked, but
that's okay. Alrighty. Let's see what we got.
Ooh.
So it's kind of around some of the gears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like
it's
it.
just like a little bit of outline
Thank you.
on some of the gears.
Whoa. My corner should not be. Go down right. Okay.
And see, my embossing folder's still fine.
Yep.
It doesn't have any glue on it.
I am kind of crooked on here, but that's okay.
It's okay. You can trim it afterwards.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay, so here is
Ready to
rose gold on white. See how that looks. Always love foil.
go. Yeah.
Just a little bit of shine. Not as messy as glitter. Shaking the whole table. We should get this part on video.
Okay, here you go. And now take off
Ooh.
the foil layer.
I even like it just like this. Look at that. Ooh. Actually, most of it did stay on. Yeah.
Yeah, when you cover the whole sheet, most will stay.
You can see, yeah, a couple spots where maybe I didn't press down a lot, but that's okay. I like that look. Look at that. Ooh. This would make a great card. Or a great mat for a photo.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
was
that'd be
thinking.
really pretty. I might do that. I love it. Shiny, shiny.
Very cool.
All right. Now I'm sticking.
Okay.
What's next?
Next, we so we have a few like pre-embossed papers. So if you don't want to add any medium directly into your folder, this is a way of getting around it. So
So go ahead and get your favorite embossed things.
emboss it, and now we're going to apply really any medium on top of this. You just want to lightly coat it. So I'm gonna use this matte chalk polish. That'll be good. You can use a wax. You can use acrylic paint. And really what we're trying to do is just very lightly brush over top. If you have any type of a wider brush or anything, that works great.
I'm going to use the Prima waxes. So this is Peacock and Blue Lagoon.
Those waxes, I mean, you can even just
And-
lightly go over your finger with your finger
this
to have more
Prima?
control.
The luster wax?
That's Sizzix.
Sizzix.
Some
This is
Sizzix.
their new luster wax in gold. Which I don't think is available yet. But these waxes are so fun.
But you see, when you go over it very lightly, it really, it just picks up on the raised areas.
I'm just using my finger.
Yeah, and if you're not having good luck with the brush, because it is harder to feel how hard you're pressing down with a brush, go in with your finger. Because that way you can know exactly how hard you're pressing down.
Because you can feel all the grooves, so it makes it easier.
Or also like a flat brush like this. Let's see, like a ink dauber or something like that would also be good.
Yeah, something nice like that. I love the smell of this wax.
I know, me too. It does smell so good, and it's like,
I don't know why it smells
why
so good.
does this smell so good? It does though.
Like, it doesn't smell like paint. It's like, I don't know what it is. I can't describe it.
It's almost sweet.
Yeah, sweet smelling.
Sweet wax.
Sweet. I love this color too. Ooh, that's dark.
Just gonna wash off my brush real quick in our tub. This
Tub
is a handy tub.
That's actually handy. I'm surprised we haven't spilled it yet, though.
Well,
I probably should not talk about it.
No.
I jinx it.
No, yeah.
Okay. So far, you see that. I got some of my blues on there. I'm gonna go in now with some gold. Because everything needs some gold on it.
And here's mine with my chalk polish. I really do like using this brush. That was very helpful. We're just, keeping it flat, lightly going over. I want to add a little bit more to this. I'm going to grab some, what is this? I froze. Embossing ink dauber. Okay. So this is great for just like getting over small areas. Gonna get the ink pumping a little bit. And then same thing, I'm just lightly going over. If you have a whole ink pad, embossing ink pad, you can also do it like that and just lightly brush over. I just have a little more control with the dauber.
I'm putting some of my lighter blue in between the grooves, so kind of like the background, so it's not just plain white. And then my darker colors will be on the grooves, the parts that are sticking up. Ooh, look at that gold. Shiny, shiny. And I'm just kind of making this up as I go. You can't really go wrong with waxes. I would say do it very light-handed. Like go in layers. Don't put too much at a time because, yeah, it's going to just get everywhere.
Now I'm using some embossing powder.
Wow. We can
This
read.
is in Punch. This is a really fun color. And I'm just adding it to the flowers.
Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna get some darker blues.
And so I got pretty much the areas I wanted, but I just want to clean it up a little bit. Grab a dry paintbrush, and you can just brush off wherever some powder got that you don't want it. This just gives you a little bit cleaner of a look.
Okay, I think I'm done with mine. So I have two different blues going on in there and some gold. And kind of like lighter blue in the background. Isn't that pretty? Use it for a card, probably. Or stick it wherever you want.
Yeah, things like that are good for just like kind of having in your stash to like
Yeah,
layer up.
just to have some
Like
backgrounds.
whenever you need,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just something that needs a little bit extra.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. It's already done.
Already done.
I like to do my, like, I'll just make a bunch of mixed media backgrounds all at once and then just slowly use them. Or that's same like with tags. Because you don't want to grab out all of this stuff every time you need like
for it to dry
one
either.
tag. Yeah.
It's just nice to have some backgrounds done. Yeah. The background stash. Oh, that dried nice. This is my snowflake one. It's all dry now.
Right. Now this is set. I'm going to hand this to you because you have the heater over there.
Oh. Ooh. Excuse me a moment while I heat. I guess I could do this on video.
Yeah. It's a secret.
It's a secret. Secret heating.
Let's see. I'm going to go for both of these. Some luster wax and some glamour paints. I think this will look good.
They probably can't hear you. Pretty.
How's it coming?
I think it's almost done. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Can you see that? Shimmer, shimmer. So pretty.
Very cool.
Okay. Do you have any other...
If I was going further, I'd probably do some green leaves. Go in and do the same thing on the green leaves. Have a little bit more showing through.
Yeah. Are we all done with the blanks?
Maybe. Yeah.
Let me do one more.
Grab another. Send it through.
Really like this flower one. Do you have any more white paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
So I'm just gonna do just a plain embossed one, just paper. Okay. And we can watch Jessica
Finger paint. And get some finger paint on the crank.
Crank it. Oh, the face. I hope we're good entertainment for you today.
It's easier when you stand. Just trying to keep like a nice calm.
A nice calm face. This is so easy while sitting. No, you usually should stand. Thank you. That's why I put it next to you so that you can do it.
Some of them are definitely harder to do than others. Like if they're a little bit thicker, like of the folder brands.
Yep. Okay, so, well, this has a little bit of leftover. I don't know what is out there, but that's okay. I'm going to watercolor this very lightly. I love watercolors. They're so fun. This brush has a little bit.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is still, well, maybe I should hit it with the heat gun. I'm gonna add some foil to this, so it's like you can put some mediums on it first, and then go back and foil. Get some of this finger paint off me. All right. Now I'm going to, let's see.
Don't knock over my water.
No promises. All right. I'm thinking I'll be able to line this back up all right. So I can send it through again.
Where
Yeah,
I feel like with that one. It's easier to line up.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do this with all of them. Might get off a little bit or get a little too tricky.
Don't want too tricky.
So I'm just adding very specific areas of where I want foil on some of my gears. And actually, I don't know, I might not even need to send it through. It just might flatten it out a little bit.
Oh.
So, I'll just give it a try. Why not?
Why not?
Let's see here. I could spritz it a little into the water. And that way, if I don't line it up exactly, it's easier to form again to the folder. Okay.
And I'm just watercoloring all over. Just take a few colors and go at it. Get some blues, greens, a little bit of yellow in there. And I think I'm going to dab it a little bit with paper towel. Which will dry it a little bit and take off some of the color.
All right. Let's see how I did lining it back up. Actually, looks pretty good.
Ooh, shiny.
It's a little back. Some of them, I don't know. I feel like I could like cut out some of these. And that'd be like a little, yeah. Because I really like that one. I like some of these.
So yeah, show it up close.
How close you want?
All the way close. Into
See the
their
little.
eyeballs.
I like it when there's just like little flecks of the foil. Yeah, it just adds so much.
Yeah. Here's my watercolor. You can still see all those grooves of the flowers. And this would be really pretty background or something.
Yeah.
That's my background pile.
Well,
it's just nice to have options.
Yeah. So that's the techniques we have for you today. There's so many more. There you can like grab ink pads, run your ink pad over here, spritz it a little, send it through. Yeah, and I'm sure leave it in the comments if you think of something that we should try next. Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Yep.
Our next class.
Dropped it in the water. It's still good. Watercolor. It'll just
dry it. We should hurry and go before we do anything. So our next class next week is a little bit less messy, right?
Yeah. Yep.
We're doing bookbinding. So if you ever want to try bookbinding, next week is the week to do it.
We'll be using the We Are Memory Keepers bookbinding guide, which just makes it makes it a lot easier. You can do it without it, but it's just a lot more measuring. So we'll be using that to keep the measuring simple.
Yes.
So
that's next week.
See you then.
Yeah. Show us your projects. What are you doing with your embossing folders? Mixed media.
Bye.
Thanks for joining. Bye. We never know how to end these.
You don't. I already said bye a while ago.
Bye.